Hello, my name is Ana Laura Trejo Espinosa, and I will expose you the topic of Unit 2 in Legal Constitution of Natural Person. And the subject is legal procedures of financing measurement. And this presentation have the topic in introduction, wa- wage and salaries, tax incorporation, business activity, phrases, learning, conclusion, and bibliographic sources. An introduction: a natural person is the individual to whom the state throws the alarms, asserts the rights, and establishes some obligation. Every individual is a human being who is subject to the laws of physical and natural. To carry out an economic activity, a natural person can act independently or as part of the company or simple society. It's why this presentation will address some issues regarding the tax regime. And number one, there are people here be one or more experience, also known as important. Well, I think there are series of activities during their working hours. They tend and amounts in money periodical and gives them certain benefits. Employees also know our salary of salary. Some example of why earnings are workers, secretaries, counter checks, assistants, car cashiers, and amongst others. And the article 110 income from the possession of a subdate person service. Wages and other benefits derived from an experiment relationships are considered, including the participation of working and company profits and benefits received as a result of the termination of the employment relationship. Um, uh, for example, why it are salaried employees who earns income from the position of the subordinate personal service and obligation is registered with the SAT to obtain your RFC. The tax incorporation. The tax incorporation regimen uh, er, is a tax payment schedule for individuals with income of less than 1 million uh, pesos. And the tax incorporation uh, it's in three. And the number one, sale of goods, for example, grocery store, start journeying, blood shops, greengrocers, candy stores, market tenants, and amongst others. And provision of services that do not require a professional letter, for example, beautiful salon, plumbing, carpentry, blacksmithing, masonry, tax driver, and most other. And the number three, it's salary of production for which you grant a commission, as long as it is not more than 13% of your total income. For example, commission for the sale of the phone cards, artisan, beauty products, amongst others. And the business activity, it is now as business activity the action that company developments to operating business activities are the very drivers and depend on the characteristics of the each organization. Eh, and Article 120 individuals who receive income derived from carrying of business activity or from the provision of professional service are obligation to pay the tax established in this section. Individual residing abroad who had one or more permanent establishment in the country will pay income tax in the term of this section for the income attributed to them, either from business activity or from the provision of professional service. For example, number one is income from business activity, though from commercial, industrial, agricultural, livestock, finished or forest activities. And number two is income from the provision of the professional service remuneration derived from an independent person service. In the doctor and teachers and architects, etc. In free, uh, fees are linked to the remuneration that all different professionals receive from their work. The fees therefore are equivalent to the pay on salary received by a person who exercises his profession independently and not under a dependent relationship. Their fees are the payment for and series of service that a natural person provides to another natural or legal person. And in the conclusion, Will's presentation is can be concluded that thanks to the tax regime that worked as guild at the time of the allocation and payment of tax on tax when carry out an economic activity individuals of legal entities must register in the category in order to comply with its obligation. My bibliography sources, and thank you. This will be all for me.